1st, 1939.
After the war ended in 1945, Europe and Japan were in ruins.
The United States dropped 2 atomic bombs on Japan, which is what ended the World War II and forced them to surrender.
There is an imaginary wall that splits Eastern and Western Europe. It's called the Iron Curtain. This imaginary wall made it so the communist side of the states that developed their own international economic and military alliances could not communicate.
After World War II, the winners, who were the United States and the Allies, were celebrating the win.
The landscapes of Europe and Japan were completely destroyed. There were millions of people dispersed by this event, and 60 million people died, even though the war only lasted from 1941 to 1945.
Millions of people wandered the country looking for a home and a place to stay.
Jake, how did the United States fare after the war?
The United States has created a lot of technology during this war. One of the most important was the atomic bomb. The atomic bomb had the capability to destroy cities and kill millions of people with radiation and heat.
I also heard there was a treaty. What is that about?
I can answer that. The Treaty of San Francisco is what the United States gave to the Japanese to agree on. This treaty served to officially end World War II, to formally end Japan's position as an imperial power, and to allocate compensation to Allied civilians and former prisoners of war who had suffered Japanese war crimes.
Today, Japan and the United States are allies. There are people in Japan, the people in the United States that help out Japan. They have created numerous new technological advances such as fuel-efficient cars and cars that have new means of transportation.
One other thing is that the European country was split in half, the losers on one side and the winners on the other. The line separated Norway, Sweden, Finland, Ireland, Great Britain, Belgium, France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Switzerland, Austria, and West Germany from the Soviet Union. East Germany, Civics, Slovakia, Hungary, Bulgaria, Yugoslavia, and Albania.
Germany was split into two by the Berlin Wall.
The wall that separated the communist and the non-communist states was the Iron Curtain and the Berlin Wall. The Iron Curtain was kind of like the communist states going into a dictatorship. No information from the non-communist states could leave the country.
So this area is what we're supposed to be defending. This looks a lot different than expected it to be.
This is because it is an area that was a home that the Jews were taken out of. Everyone left in a hurry and they had to listen, or else the German officers would have shot them.
No information from the non-communist states could go into the communist states and vice versa. The communist states did not like the non-communist states because they were the ones that apparently started the war.
The League of Nations was an organization that started after World War I, Paris Peace Conference. They would try to stop wars from starting.